action. Robert Quinn was pressuring, but he couldn't get to Cousins, allowing him to find Jefferson for the first down across the 30. Another play fake. Cousins looking left, got Jefferson. He absorbs the hit from Kyler Gordon, the rookie, and it's another Vikings first down. On 3rd and 2. KJ Osborne has the first down on the slant in front of the linebacker Nicholas Morrow. Cousins is 4 for 4 to start the game. Make it 5 for 5, and it's another one to Jefferson, his 3rd grab, and it's a first down inside the 15 of Chicago.
Changing the play right here. Can. That's what that means. We're going to go to something different.
And it's a pass play. Cousins to the outside. It is Jefferson. It is a touchdown. What a drive for Minnesota to start the day. He was down apparently before.
Look at the shin right here.
Yeah, it's an easy call. Yeah, to take the touchdown off the board. He's lined up against Kindle Vildor on the near side. Right to Cook. Walks in. Now it's a touchdown. And the excellent drive is capped off by 6.
You only go out with 10.
So it's 1st and 15. Screen pass set up for David Montgomery. Welcome back to the Bears. They missed his ability in the open field. He takes it out to midfield. Fields, quick throw. Bobbled and dropped by Dante Pettis. Cairo Santos is back. Michael Badgley took over last week and went 4 for 4 and provided the only points for the Bears in the loss to New York. Santos was away for personal reasons. He's back, and he continues his solid year. Here's Alexander Madison, and he pounds ahead for the first down for Minnesota. Fake to Madison. Nice lofted pass for Justin Jefferson on his 6th catch already. It's another first down into Bears territory.
If you will, that maturation process, understanding your importance for everybody else.
Boy, Kirk Cousins is locked in right now as he finds Adam Thielen for a first down to the 35 of the Bears.
Out of position, and then that's a 40-yard run. That's what happens.
Swinging out back to Thielen on the field in front of Jalen Jones. Another Minnesota first down. 10th play of the drive. Another play action. Cousins has to fire on the move, and he finds Jefferson yet again. It's the best start of Kirk Cousins' career at 13 for 13. 11th play of this Minnesota drive is a Dalvin Cook walk-in touchdown. Fields under pressure and is wrapped up. Danielle Hunter thought this could be a breakout game. He's got the sack. Cousins has a separated receiver, and if you had to take a guess as to whom it was, no tight ends here, 4 receivers. Using Smith as one of them. Backwards pass to Jefferson. Throwback for Dalvin Cook with blockers in front.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a daily thing. We're frozen, like always.
Hello, hello.
A little toss play here on the
check,
inside.
check, 1, 2.
And the former Eagle has his first Vikings touchdown.
Boom.
There we go.
Hello.
There are those ugly faces that everyone loves.
Beautiful.
Fields under immediate pressure and makes the
athletic play
instantly.
to slide for the first
Instantly.
down.
We are that ugly. Your camera didn't.
My camera
like
does not like it today. It's having
Pressure
a
from the
rough day.
Vikings. Good protection for
Come on, let's relax. You're okay. Nobody touch anything.
His second drop
So,
in this game.
Minnesota, they've got
how
3 guys right
has
now.
your
Really
week
dirty work.
been?
Oh, been good.
You know, we had our podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We made our picks.
We had the horrible Thursday night game yet again.
That I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
We might as well just start talking about it
May as well.
because I don't know if people really realize how much Amazon paid for
A lot of
Thursday
money.
night games. And let's just be honest, every Thursday night game so far has not been really great.
They've been screwed so far. Been some rough stuff.
I expected a high-scoring game. I expected Carson Wentz to throw it, and he didn't. Like, barely at all.
And I expected Chicago to run it, and they didn't run it.
They didn't run it at all. I think both of these teams are. I never thought that they were the bottom of the barrel. Never thought that, and now I'm like.
Looks like they are.
They don't look good. They don't, and
ugly football for sure.
You know, it sounds to me that Carson Wentz has lost his starting job.
Well, he broke his finger. If you didn't know that.
Well,
now.
I mean,
broke his ring finger.
So Taylor Heineke, you're now the answer to them, apparently.
Yeah, I think they should just put Sam Howell in and let the rookie go at it.
It's another season that Heineke gets to try and prove that he's a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, he's a very decent quarterback, not a starting quarterback.
No.
So
he's a backup for sure. Fill in kind of guy.
Yeah.
Washington just doesn't look good.
No.
And the Bears don't either.
This is and I've already looked ahead to next Thursday, and once again, I'm just like,
yeah,
this is not. So Thursday night games are probably not something to look forward to this year.
It's almost become a running joke now at this point.
Might as well keep it up, right?
What Thursday night will bring.
Yeah.
It's like, man, there could be so many other good standalone games that you could watch on Thursday night.
And we've talked about this, and you've mentioned it, and I'm stupid to the fact, but you always say that they swing games. Like if there's a bad game on, they'll swing.
Flex it out.
Yeah, they'll flex a new game in.
I think that's Monday Night Football, though.
Is it only Monday night?
I don't know.
I mean, the Thursday night I can understand also, because
you'd think you'd let them, but
if they had
the other networks are like, nope, we don't want that game.
Yeah, of course they don't. But like if there were two games on Thursday, then you could flip them or whatever.
Yeah.
But taking a Sunday game and moving it forward to Thursday, that means you're missing Friday and Thursday practice, and you're playing on Thursday instead.
Well, you'd have to definitely do it a week ahead of time. You wouldn't be able to do it the week of the game.
No. So, I don't know when they're gonna, if they're even gonna start flexing, but if they do, I bet we see a lot of Thursday night games change.
Like for this week, Chiefs and Bills. Why is that not on?
Why is that
Sunday
not prime
night
time?
or Thursday night or Monday night?
That's right in the middle of the afternoon.
It's bizarre. At least they moved it to the later time frame, so it's not on at noon with all the other ones.
No, it's on at 3. It's on at 3.
I think it's at 4:30.
Well, 4:30.
They're doing a weird
for
time.
Eastern, but for us,
it's a little. It was a little bit of a different time, I thought, but
yeah. But it's just like, I don't get it. I have hair all over my muff. Sorry, if you didn't know, this is called a muff.
I was like, wait, what?
No. I have fat.
Yeah, that's why it's called a muff.
Yeah, where's my fat white cat? That's where all this hair comes from. So yeah, Thursday not a good game again, but I did get the pick right.
You got it right.
I did say it, and it just.
But
I'm not happy about it.
But here's the thing: I was that close to getting the pick right.
You were one score off
because that ball was right at the white line, man.
I'm gonna
at the end of the game.
I'm gonna repeat a great philosopher who just last week happened to have said, "Run the ball."
No doubt.
Run the ball.
The Bears. I mean, I think Khalil Herbert's better than Montgomery, but they didn't run either one of them near enough.
You could have ran anybody. Justin Fields could have ran.
And that last one, it's like first and goal at the
4-yard line.
4-yard line.
Well, they started off at the 5.
They don't run it once.
They started at the 5. Fields scrambled to the right.
Well, I guess
and got pushed out of bounds for 1 yard. and then it was pass.
Yeah, just crazy.
But hey, the last one was a completed pass on the 1 yard line.
I'd have ran Herbert up the middle 3 times.
Yeah, they had enough time to do that.
Just right up the gut, man.
It was, yeah. I don't know. I can't. At this point, I'm just throwing for a loop, and I think I don't think we should ever do a Thursday night game again at this point because it is
gross.
ugly. Oh, I'll let you.
I know I won't be picking the Redskins or Bears anytime soon.
You're right. I'll let you look at that.
I guess when they play
for a
each
second.
other.
That way you can. I'll let you look at that really quick. I forgot to send that to you.
Oh, that's all right.
No, with
You
the
don't mind either.
with the Bear. Yeah, I don't. With the Bears and they let Justin Fields throw, and Justin Fields didn't do anything. I expected at least a little bit more of something from him. It didn't happen. They refused to run the ball.
Dude, this is ridiculous. There's only one game we disagree with.
Are you serious?
One game.
I bet I know what it is.
One game.
I bet I know what it is, though.
So that means that literally, with you already being ahead of me by one,
We can
that I
tie.
can only tie you.
Yep.
Gee whiz.
Yeah.
We are sharp though. That means we are on the same page.
We're both feeling our teams. So yeah, overall, I think I'm done with a lot of the lower teams and trying to hype them up. Like, you gotta show me something at this point.
Yeah.
I thought Washington was a little bit better after seeing the beginning of the season when they were, throwing for almost 350, 400 yards and scoring and doing stuff. And now I'm just like, you guys might show up on Panic Don't Panic soon.
And
Because,
Fields is throwing the ball a little bit more the last couple games at least, but he's still not good at it.
He's not. What? You're a quarterback. Your job is to throw the ball.
I think he's a mess. I just think he's a mess. Like, I don't think he's got it mentally. Like, he's not.
I had the highest hopes for him. I thought he was coming out of college in the draft. I thought he was the best looking one for his draft class.
He also has 0 weapons, to be quite fair, but I don't know if any quarterback would be able to make the Bears look good right now. But
I don't know. You put Mahomes in there, Allen. You don't think that they're going to get something done?
Well, they'll get something done, but I don't think that just immediately makes that team good.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't think it makes
Mahomes and Allen would be like, hey, I don't care. Give me someone else to throw to. Give me that linebacker. Put him at wide receiver. Like, I'm done. You got to go give me some guys that can catch.
Well, I'm sure they would. And they're just, but, yeah. It is. It is what it is.
It is.
So I got 5 articles I read this, right after I got home. I have 5 articles I read.
Mm-hmm.
We have Panic, Not Panic that we will get to, but I think we should do our noon games first.
Sure.
And our Munich game. Just get those.
You know what? I don't think there's a game in Munich.
Is it not Munich?
It's not at 8:30 in the morning. I don't think we have one this week.
Yeah, it is. San Francisco, Arizona.
I looked at it. It didn't say that anywhere I saw.
Let me check then. Because I was very sure that we had. I mean, with the way it says it.
I think it's in Atlanta.
I mean, if it's in Atlanta, it still doesn't change my pick.
No, it doesn't really have much to do with that one.
So our times were just off. So we're not. Okay, yeah, no, it is. It's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Okay, that's what I thought I read.
All right, well,
because you had me believing it.
Well, I saw. I mean, our pick'em sheet even said it, but that just means somebody got lazy on the pick'em sheet.
Yeah.
Okay,
so no overseas.
So
game.
no overseas
no
game.
Saturday morning watching football.
So we got
Sunday morning. I mean.
So our noon games, we got 9 of them. That's not. I mean, that's
well,
one less than usual.
We have buys this week. So.
We do have buys. I forgot to write down who the buys are,
okay.
but if you're on a buy, you know who you are, anyways.
Raiders get a week off. I know that.
They fucking need it, and they better come back and kick ass. Because that's.
They need to just win them all now.
They're done with this. This season is scrapped at this point, unless they beat unless Kansas City takes some heavy losses, Chargers, stay the Chargers, I guess. The Raiders are behind 3 games.
Yeah, they got some work to do.
It's
already.
not. Things have to go in their favor.
It's those early losses against crap teams they should have won. That's what you just can't do that and expect to compete for the division.
Nope.
They could go on a run still. Of course, anybody could, but it doesn't look favorable.
I expect them still to end over 500.
Sure.
Even if it's just 9-8 or whatever.
Right.
But
that's not going to get you.
That's not going to get you in the playoffs.
Right.
It's like at this point, with
not the AFC.
It's like with the AFC. I'm looking at least 5 teams that are good enough right now to end with 12 or more wins.
Yeah, definitely.
So that leaves only 2 lower spots, and that means 11 wins or bust at this point.
Right.
First game, San Francisco, Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
At Atlanta. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on this.
We're gonna I think there's a lot of games this week that we're just gonna be like, all right, let's just pick and we're done.
Right.
Big.
Yeah.
Jimmy
you know what
G
the
and the
49ers
D
bring, and I don't know how Atlanta scores any points on them, and it's just whatever.
Yeah, Jimmy G and the D, man. That's
Jimmy G and the D. I like that.
It's gonna be one-sided in my opinion, and I picked San Francisco, like an easy win.
Yeah.
And I have them by 10.
I have San Francisco by 9.
Yeah. And this is not one that I really want to sit and talk about. Honestly.
No,
there's a few that I'd like to talk about.
We know what those 2 teams bring to the table, and it's just it doesn't seem like it should be a good game. I have my final score on that's like about 24-15 or so. That's about what I wrote down. I don't even know if Atlanta's going to even score 15, but might be overdoing it.
Maybe
it could be 24-3 real easy,
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk more. Let's go to New England at Cleveland, because I think that's going to be a good game.
I think that'll be closer. I think that'll be very.
This is one of my picks that was kind of hard for me to pick.
No, you have to think about this one because look at New England the last 2 weeks. Definitely not the New England I expected.
No,
it's like I don't know if Mac Jones is back this week still. And
he's questionable.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know if nobody knows he's
but
back except for Bill.
That doesn't necessarily matter much.
No, but at least that's the offense. But the New England's defense is still real. And I'm not saying that they're a bad defense. They're not top tier defense, but New England does have a defense. And then there's Cleveland on the other side that has no offense.
No.
I mean,
other than Nick Chubb.
Other than their running game. And New England's great against the running game.
Yeah.
So where this goes is going to be unmovable object against an unstoppable force.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of running the ball, a lot of old school football.
And I hope I get to see Bailey Zappi for at least another week. I'm rooting that kid on.
There he is.
Who do you have for?
I have New England winning this by 3, 23-20. And, I could see Cleveland winning this at home, too. Like, it wouldn't surprise me either way, but I picked New England by 3.
I always say I'll never pick New England, but it'd be stupid for me not to. I think New England wins this by 3. It's going to be a closer game. I just don't think I don't think there's...
If neither one of these defenses can stop the run, this could be a little bit high scoring, though. I wouldn't be surprised. But,
right.
I just went 23-20, and that's where I locked in, and New England by 3, so...
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be surprised if we come in here on Tuesday and talk about how Cleveland beat them either, so...
No. I'm not... We're past the golden years of New England, so when they lose, it's not a shocker to me.
Right? No.
After
Cleveland's actually favored by 3 points.
in this game.
And 2 of those come from being a home team.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, so they're really favored by 1.
Right.
That'd be a weak sauce day if it's a game by 1.
Okay, the next game is going to be fun.
The
The Jets at Green Bay.
Jets.
It has a chance to be fun. Let's put it that way.
Jets arrows pointing up.
Yeah, and Green Bay's still just going across.
They're just staying even. Like they're not going down.
They're not
going
clicking yet,
up though.
but they're also not
So-
looking good yet. But they're winning for the most part.
Yeah, they're 3-2, right?
I don't
Something.
keep track of records
Yeah.
very well. See, like Green Bay's favored by 7.5 at home.
I don't think so.
And I'm like, man, I was sitting here thinking, I really would love to have picked the Jets in this game. I didn't. I ended up picking Green Bay to win it, but I picked Green Bay by 3 just because I think it's going to be a tight game, man.
I think Aaron Rodgers at this point, because he showed last week that he's starting to warm up to his receivers, but he's still not making those I'm going to force this in there throws yet. Like, they have to be open, or he's not taking that chance.
Right.
And that's the one thing that I'm like, I know the window's getting smaller, and I like that you're trusting him a little bit more, but at this point, this is week 6, buddy. You're behind. Minnesota has first lockdown almost at this point if you don't get it together.
Yeah.
I also picked Green Bay, and I don't see it being a 7-point game. I'll give them more than a field goal, and I'll say by 4.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna give them a full touchdown.
The only thing that makes me nervous this game is Green Bay's D is still pretty good.
Yes.
But the Jets D is definitely playing good too.
They're hot. They're hot.
It's just a tough matchup to
Tua?
to try to figure out who's going to win that game. You know, it is in Lambeau, so.
Yeah.
And, typically they play better there, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Typical's not always right.
Right. Then we got Jacksonville at Indy.
Oh, boy. Just the game of the week right there.
I'll tell you what, I had Indy winning this game until I came over here.
Did you really?
I did. And but that's just because Jonathan Taylor doesn't look like he's going to play. And I'm like, okay, without their good running back, they're just not the same team. Jacksonville's D is good. Indy's D is still good, They're starting to play better. These are the number 8 and 9 ranked defenses so far this year.
Seriously?
Yep.
Man, that's crazy.
Indy stops the run, and Jacksonville stops the run pretty well. So far this year.
Yeah.
Indianapolis favored by 1.5. But yeah, I picked Jacksonville by 1, 14-13. Low scoring game for me.
The rankings 8 and 9. That's real impressive. I don't believe that.
Well, that's
I
very
know it's
much
all done by numbers.
based upon who they've played.
It is based off numbers. I know, and I'm a numbers guy, but I also like the eye test. And no, neither one of these teams are good. Indianapolis without Jonathan Taylor is a sitting duck.
Yep.
It's like you keep old man Matt Ryan is not prime Matt Ryan. He's not gonna pull him out of the sludge and win it for him. It's just I'm gonna talk as much shit on Matt Ryan right now, and in hopes that I think that he can pull it out, but I don't think he can.
Yeah. I
think he's done in this league. I think he was done in this league a few years ago.
I agree.
And if this is what you think is going to you're going from Phillip Rivers to Carson Wentz and now to Matt Ryan. You got 3 veteran quarterbacks who are well past where they ever were, and you're not getting anywhere with this.
And you need to get back to drafting a quarterback.
They need to draft a quarterback, and next year is the best time to do it. But you're going to have to throw him into the fire because you have to cut Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
But overall, Indianapolis doesn't. Pittman is not going to be able to carry this team by himself.
No.
He's still questionable. Also, he's not even
right.
So
he's still banged up.
So I'm giving it Jacksonville, and I'm just giving it to them by 3. I think it's gonna be a last-minute field goal for the win.
Yep, I can't disagree with that. We are easily on the same page this week.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Miami.
So there's one I literally held. This is the last one I picked.
Me too.
Not kidding. Everything else I went through. It's in Miami. Tua just got Tua just got off of concussion protocol today, 2 hours ago.
Yep.
Maybe 3 hours ago at this point. He ain't playing this weekend.
He'll be back next week.
He'll be back next week. Teddy Bridgewater is questionable. They don't have him out, but I also don't think they're going to play him. And so that leaves Skylar Thompson. That's the quarterback who's starting.
Yep.
Can Skylar Thompson throw the ball? Yes. Can he throw it effectively?
To be determined.
That is a questionable thing. And I go to the other side, and I look at Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson.
Throw the ball.
They can throw the ball. Dalvin Cook, run the ball. You have a great offense. You have great defense. Or great offense. Defensive-wise, though, I give it to Miami. Put Miami on top on defense. And I looked at their injury reserve list. It is very heavy right now.
It is.
But it's not starters who are hurt.
Right.
So, defensive-wise, I give it to Miami. And my whole entire thing is that defense wins games.
Yeah.
Every single time. And it just proves me right every single time I say this. So, I have to go with the team that has the better defense over a better offense, and I have to go Miami this week.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't. Both of these defenses are middle of the road at best, and I think I had Minnesota picked in this morning, and I changed it. Once I heard that Teddy Bridgewater will likely be available and back up Skylar Thompson, I'm like, that says to me that they're going to run Skylar Thompson out there, and if he starts looking rough or sketch, they're just going to put Teddy in. And Teddy's good enough with their weapons to beat Minnesota, and that's just the only way I can look at it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Miami's going to stop Justin Jefferson either. But
that's going to be a tough one. That's a tough matchup for whoever has it.
Minnesota ain't stopping Tyreek Hill either. So I have this 24-27, Miami winning by 3. Minnesota's favored by 3, so this would be a home underdog.
I also only go by 3. It'll be one score.
This might be a fun game to watch.
It might be. And, since, we don't have any stakes in any of these, we have 2 TVs that we can probably. One will be Red Zone.
Normal times, Miami's definitely the better football team.
Right.
But this isn't a normal situation, so. Should be a good game for some fantasy numbers, I bet.
Oh my God!
With all the star talent and average defense.
Yeah.
I bet there's some pretty numbers up there.
I think it'll be nice.
Cincinnati at New Orleans. Another one of my last minute changes.
This is one that in my head I leaned one way the entire time and I never faltered.
Yeah.
It's like even though I tried to in my head put it the other way, it wouldn't happen. Speaking of these 2 teams, because we're on New Orleans, Kamara is now facing a $10 million lawsuit on top of a felony charge. Mm-hmm. It happened 4 hours ago or whatever, or an hour ago or something like that. So where's his head gonna be tomorrow?
I don't know.
I don't. Is he even gonna play tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know. Cincinnati's got number 7 run defense so far this year, and New Orleans has the 24th ranked run defense. So
it's a day for Joe Mixon, baby.
Mixon might get in on the digs, but New Orleans. Once I saw that Michael Thomas still was out, and the Kamara thing, I just was like, all right, I'm picking Cincinnati by 3. I was going with the home underdog on this because Cincinnati is only favored by 1.5 points. So it's Vegas doesn't like Cincinnati very much in this game either.
They don't like Cincinnati
But I did switch my initial pick from New Orleans to Cincinnati. So
yeah, I stuck with Cincinnati the entire time. Yeah, I just think overall Cincinnati has a better defense and a better offense, and I give it to them by 6. I think it'll be a touchdown.
We keep waiting for the old Cincinnati to show up.
Well,
I'm not sure if we're going to get that team back.
I don't think we. Well,
what
we say the old Cincinnati, but it's just last year.
Looked like last year. T. Higgins is a little question mark in this game too.
He took some bruises last week.
Yeah,
but he's a fighter though. He doesn't back down.
He's good. Baltimore, New York Giants. The G-Men at home.
This is another one that I literally waited until today to mark.
Yeah.
It's because I've doubted the Giants every single week.
And they burned your ass.
I think I've only picked them 1 week.
But
missed out of all the weeks, I'm like, you're going against a top dog. You're going against a real contender for playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's like, are the Giants a real contender for playoffs? I don't know. I'm not going to say no anymore. I can't say no anymore because they're doing it. They're doing what they need to. However, whatever is working in New York, they just need to keep doing it.
I love their coaching and I love their excitement. But I think they're just going to run into actually a good team, and they haven't seen one of those
There's going to be a brick wall that stands in front of them, and I don't think it'll even be a brick wall. I think we're looking at like a giant metal wall that they're not going to be – they're going to hit it, and then that's where their season stops.
I had Baltimore by 3. Just because I'm going to give the Giants my respect and not get burned by them, but I could definitely pick Baltimore by more if I went with my gut. But my brain says don't disrespect the Giants. They done burned your ass too many times.
I can't disrespect them.
And you can see that if this game's close, dude, that place is going to be crazy. That coach is going to be fired up, and it's like, oh, upset brewing.
Dude, with it being at home, New York, Giants are on fire.
I know it.
They just came off a big win in London. They're back home. They're coming. There's no way I can root against Baltimore because I can't do it. I can't do it yet. I'm not there. I got to root for Baltimore. Sorry. I have Baltimore, but I'm not disrespecting New York. I'm only giving them 6. Can't do it. Can't do it yet. We're getting close, but I can't do it.
If the Giants win this game, I might just pick them to win from here on out.
No.
Like, screw it. I'm sorry.
Until they play the Bills or something.
I'm apologetic to the Giants.
I'm apologizing.
I'm so sorry.
I'm apologizing until I don't have to anymore.
Right, that's right. Here's another one we don't need to talk about much. Tampa Bay at Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Pittsburgh last in everything. Just.
They're hurting.
Well, to be fair, Tom Brady got fined this week. If you didn't read about that.
Kicking episode.
For kicking Grady Jarrett. $11K. And I was like, is it really that bad of a kick? And I rewatched and went, all right, he did kick him. But
babyish, but
I don't think Jarrett felt it.
I don't think he knew what happened.
I don't think... But, this isn't one that needs to go over a lot of. It's Pittsburgh at home, but it's Tampa Bay.
Pittsburgh at home doesn't mean squat.
And I think overall Tampa Bay needs to a real bounce back game.
By bouncing Pittsburgh off the
and
carpet.
They're just gonna bounce Pickett's head.
Yeah, I have this
roughing
game.
the passer. You know.
Just my general score guess is I have it about 23-10, and so I have Tampa Bay by about 13 points.
That's pretty close.
And if they're favored by 8.5 to 9.5 points.
If I have to give a game a goose egg this week, this is it.
Definitely could.
It's like
definitely could.
If you want the Spudwig 0, this is the game.
Yeah.
And I'll even say it. I'll say Pittsburgh 0 and Tampa Bay 21, but I'll give them
calling the shutout.
But I'll give them 14. I'll give TB 12 by 14. But I'm putting that 0 up there. Somebody's got to do it.
Well, I can't see a better time than that one to pick it out of the hat.
Yeah, pick it.
if you're gonna guess a goose egg.
And that's all of our noon games.
San Francisco could also pitch a shutout with Atlanta, but not quite.
I don't think as quite. So before we get into the 4:00 games, I want to talk about all the trade offers.
4 o'clock.
You have 4, 3, whatever.
3 o'clock Central.
Yeah, 3 o'clock Central. Carolina has over 10 teams offering trades.
Heck yeah.
And just to note some of the teams who have offered trades, you have the Bills, you have the Chiefs, you have Tampa Bay, you have 49ers, and more, because they didn't say that.
The good teams really want some of those players because they can get them at a spot where they don't have to ruin their cap.
Yeah.
And those good teams don't have much cap.
They're like, take our picks because that will screw us later. Let's just.
The Chiefs have a lot of extra picks. I'm sure Buffalo probably has quite a few they don't need. Once you have a good team, you don't need all those picks as much.
I think it said there are 6 separate trades for CMC.
Yeah, McCaffrey, no doubt.
And I'm like,
well,
at this point, I'd be like, who's giving me the most? It's like, I don't care where he goes. We're going to lose to you regardless.
Right.
Where can I get the most? And I think they need picks upon picks.
Yep.
If you can get a first-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year, and maybe a couple third-round picks thrown in there too for CMC, I would take him.
Carolina's just got to rebuild and start from scratch. They have a lot of money over the cap. They got to get rid of some payroll. They got to do a lot of work. They got a lot of work to do.
I know Robbie Anderson has a bunch of trades
DJ
for him.
Moore.
DJ Moore is another one.
I think there's a defender like Sam Burns or something.
Yeah,
Burns.
Yep. He has like there's. I'm like, clean house right now. It's like I don't know when the trade deadline is. I think it's week 9.
If the Bills or the Chiefs get McCaffrey, it's game over, ball game. Like, it's crazy. That would be nuts.
Because they're going to use him.
Well, no doubt.
And Carolina doesn't use him.
No doubt.
I think they haven't used him well enough this year.
They're going to use him a lot, and CMC catches out of the backfield. So both of those teams are like, yeah, bring him to me.
Yeah, if I'm the Chiefs, I'm giving 6 picks.
They have a lot of picks.
It's like I'll give you a first-round pick this year. I'll give you a first-round pick next year.
Yeah, because they got a lot out of Tyreek Hill.
A second, third, and a fifth.
Yeah.
Like, I'm throwing everything you can have at this guy.
Well, if you're the Chiefs and Bills, you're selling out for another Super Bowl. Like, when you have a chance to win a ring, you got to go for it.
And this is what better fit on either team? Well, any of the 4 teams I said.
No doubt.
But
well,
CMC,
basically, with what the Chiefs got for Tyreek Hill, basically, if you go back and look at everything, it would be like you traded Tyreek Hill for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Take it.
Perfect.
Take it.
That's a great. Perfect.
I'd give it away.
Yeah, McCaffrey's a stud, and he's not getting Hill money. So.
And I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't lowball. I would not lowball.
Go for the guts.
It's like if you're serious about getting,
don't let anybody else get him.
Put it in there.
If you want him, go get him.
But Carolina's, they're done for the season.
They're done.
They just fired their head coach. Baker's hurt again.
Go get you a nice badass rookie running back, rookie quarterback.
go rebuild a little bit.
Yeah, build a whole entire, a whole new team next year.
Because as you can see, it only takes a couple of years.
It does, but you have to clean house. And you have
to do it right. It has to be a full rebuild. You can't try to win while you're rebuilding.
No,
it doesn't work.
No, you're not. You're not trying to win this year. You're 1-4 at this point. Just let it be 1-16.
Yep. Trade your veterans away and let your kids play. And if you get smoked, you get smoked. But you got to play everyone.
But the more play time that these younger kids get, the better they'll be next year because you're putting them under a lot of pressure this year, and next year that pressure will be kind of lifted.
Yeah.
Clean house. Clean house.
I'd like to see the Chiefs could. That'd be great.
Man,
the Bill he'd look great on the Bills too. You can't say, oh well, they've already got running backs. No. You get a McCaffrey, you're gonna have 2 running backs.
You have a new first running back.
Right.
It's like
and the Bills have a good running back already, but
they do.
But what would that? Are you telling me that would be bad to have another one?
Nope.
And you'd have them both on the field together, and they can both catch passes. I mean, you're not just getting a running back with McCaffrey.
No, you're getting a lot
catches
with
everything.
McCaffrey, and I honestly think if anyone's gonna like break the bank for McCaffrey, I think it's Bills or Chiefs.
That's
honestly,
what it seems like.
It's like they always seem to be the top 2 that's always talked about with these trades right now.
I think they have the most to offer. Is honestly what I think. I think they have the most to offer in trade.
Yeah, I don't want I don't want Carolina to think that they're getting screwed on anything. It's like you need to take what you need, get your picks. Don't be trading for people.
Get some good offers.
It's like get your picks because you have a very good draft this year.
Draft like 14 rookies next year. Go get it.
Get every pick. Get every pick you can. At least like every pick you can in the first 3 rounds.
Well, if you think about it, half those picks fail, so the more picks you get, the better your chances.
Right. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I just want to talk about that. That's what I want to talk about with Carolina because that's a huge thing that when a team fires a coach and a new one and an interim one comes in, that interim coach knows exactly what's happening.
Right.
Like, okay, well, I'm not looking to win games. I'm looking just to keep playing
the ship above water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully expect something to happen in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the next couple weeks that I expect something,
well, I mean, it
but
doesn't have to be.
I expect before the season's over.
If the Bills and Chiefs want somebody, I guarantee you they want him soon because they want to learn how to make it a cohesive unit.
Yes.
It's risky when you're a good team and bringing a new guy. Like that's risky.
Right.
Even if that new guy is good. The Chiefs and Bills, you don't want to mess up the moxie, the locker room. And
what chemistry they have and everything.
Right. You throw a
but
guy
I think,
like McCaffrey in the middle, of course the team will be like, yes, bring him in.
I think McCaffrey can work with anybody.
Yeah, he's an easy guy. I think he's a good teammate and all that.
So
he also comes with a little bit of an injury risk, though.
He might be something I would take a chance on. I think anyone should take a chance on him, and that's why people might lowball it. And I'm like, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens.
Because the upside is so much better than what his downside is.
Yeah. I mean, win good and win healthy. He's easily the best running back in football.
Yeah,
easily.
Still,
like not even close.
Still, even after being out for 2 weeks or 2 years, pretty much.
He's just an amazing football player.
Yeah. All right, 4 o'clock games.
Move along. Let's keep rolling.
We'll get 4 o'clock games. Speaking of Carolina, first
look at that segue.
Yeah, Carolina versus L.A. Rams in L.A.
In L.A. And you want to talk about good timing for a Rams team that needs to get off the snide.
They need a win.
They need a dubby.
Yeah.
They need a dubby. Dubby. And this looks like a perfect spot to easily get one, in my opinion.
I think so.
Rams are favored by 9 to 10 points, and
But yeah.
I picked the Rams by 10.
So here's my big thing.
Carolina ain't stopping them.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not. Carolina's not going to score. Carolina's on a bad.
You can call another shutout?
Carolina's doesn't have a starting quarterback anymore.
I know.
And not that Baker was scoring anyways.
Yeah, but he is better than PJ.
Yeah, you got an XFL quarterback this week. He's not an XFL quarterback anymore. He hasn't been in the XFL for 2 years. This is third year.
About his talent level.
That is about what his talent level is.
He's athletic,
but we're gonna find out if he's faster than Aaron Donald.
No, nope, he ain't. He's not.
Because Aaron Donald's gonna be chasing him everywhere.
Yep. This could be another 0. This wouldn't be the 0 that I would pick, but this could be another 0. Rams need to bounce back this week. If this is a close game, this is ridiculous. Like, they have so much wrong if this is a close game.
No doubt.
So I also took the Rams, but I give them one score. I give them 7.
Okay. Got it. And here's the one game we disagree on.
Well,
the only game other than the Thursday night game,
Yeah.
which I can't really say was an agree
We
or
didn't
disagree.
disagree with that one. We didn't disagree with that one. Nope.
You just got it right.
Yeah,
but we didn't disagree.
No, I just wasn't wrong. I didn't get it right. I just wasn't wrong.
That's right. You guessed correctly. Arizona at Seattle.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You give your spiel first on your pick.
I think so.
This is not one my heart is in, so I'm not gonna fight about it.
It's not one that. This is another one that could go either way.
Yeah.
I think Arizona is looking up, and not that it's like they're way up here. They're not leagues ahead of Seattle in any facet. But Seattle has had a couple good weeks, and with looking at that, and I'm like, okay, but who did Seattle play?
Mm-hmm.
Who do they have good weeks against? The Lions. The Lions are the worst defense,
Yep.
and you scored ungodly amounts on them. So good for you, but that's not something to be impressed by. You just happened to score more than them, and they never stopped you.
Right.
So there was no pressure on that one. Arizona was tested early in this season, and didn't come out unscathed. They've been trampled over. Like, stampedes have walked over these guys. But overall I think Kyler is getting his groove, and Marquise Brown, second most targeted wide receiver. Didn't know that until
That's right.
Until yesterday. I think this overall is going to be a very close game. I give a field goal to whoever wins. Really, it's like I have picked Arizona, and I think it's just going to be a field goal win in Seattle.
Yep.
So,
I can't disagree with anything you just said. I think Kyler Murray's going to run the ball a lot. I do not think he looks good at all yet. I think he'll probably throw to Hollywood quite a bit. But for me, Seattle, I've seen how they play at home, and I respect their coach too much. And in a close game with not a very sexy Arizona offense, I think Seattle at home, being an underdog, is just a right place to pick them.
mm-hmm.
And I know Arizona's probably the better team, barely, but I'm picking the home underdog in Seattle to win by 3 on
Those
this
are
one.
those are the best ones to pick. Those to pick the home
I like
underdog.
them. Yeah.
So
I mean, you got to pick the right one. Sometimes there's Like Pittsburgh's a home underdog too, but that doesn't matter when you're playing Tampa.
Are they? Are they even at home at this point? I'm not.
Is anybody going to show up?
That house is empty.
Yeah. So I picked Seattle by 3. You said Arizona by 3.
Yeah, I picked Arizona.
Well, we're
by
just
3.
going to have to enjoy watching that.
Yeah,
game
that's another one that's
otherwise, we're just going to have the same score.
coin flip. So the one after that, this is the big 4 o'clock game. 4:30, 3:30 our time.
The game
This is
everyone's wanted since week 1.
This is the big game.
Since the schedules came
we get a repeat of Buffalo at Kansas City. Here's my question: do you think they picked it in Kansas City because that's where it was last year, or do you think they put it in Kansas City because that's just where it falls upon the schedule?
I don't know. It's a good question. The schedule makers would have to explain that. They knew they had these teams playing together, but then they probably had to make the schedule fit us to where.
Right.
And I don't know that, they try to give each team a certain number of home games and away games, and maybe this was originally scheduled to be in Buffalo, and they're like, oh crap,
No,
we're short on Chiefs at home games, so
maybe.
Buffalo's gonna have to go there. But I guarantee you that was a priority for when they put the schedule together, because you can't screw that one up.
No, this is a game that had to happen this year.
Yeah, this is the
We
NFL.
wouldn't, and they didn't want to wait till playoffs because there's no guarantee that they'll play in the playoffs against each other.
This is the NFL's moneymaker right here. This is what everyone's going to be watching for sure. So I'll go first, but for me, this is a hard one, and I could totally see Buffalo wiping the floor with the Chiefs. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if the Chiefs destroy them either. I fully expect this to be just like the games have been last year. Like, I think it's going to be tight. Come back, score. I think it's going to be a fun one. Buffalo is definitely a better team overall. Their defense is better. Mahomes at home in Arrowhead. Again, home underdog. First time Mahomes has ever been the home underdog. And Buffalo's favored by 2, which means everybody knows how, even Vegas is like, this is like a draw, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going a little bit of a homer pick here. I almost picked Buffalo in this game just because I knew everyone that I was playing against probably was picking the Chiefs. I wasn't sure what you would do.
Yeah.
But my brain does say I think the Chiefs can win this, and it wouldn't surprise me. But it also wouldn't surprise me if one of them have a blowout too.
Yeah.
It would surprise me a little bit. Let's put it that way. Not a lot.
I would be surprised if we see a blowout.
Yeah.
Honestly. Now, if there's
unless there's a lot of picks or turnovers or something.
If there's gonna be a blowout, it's gonna be done by Buffalo.
I would
Buffalo
agree with that.
would blow out Kansas City if it happens.
Because their defense could get turnovers more than likely.
Right. And
The only
being
way,
the number one defense,
but Buffalo would have to create turnovers to blow the Chiefs out, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're not just going to stop the Chiefs and then go score every time.
No,
I don't see it happening like that.
No, there'd have to be mistakes on Kansas City's end. I think that this game is going to probably not be a repeat of last year. Where
like overtime or back and forth?
I think we'll have a definitive winner at the end of this, and we'll know. But I think the Chiefs, after barely eking out a win last week against a team that clearly has been horrible.
That was probably good for the Chiefs going into this Buffalo game.
It's like they had the Raiders started off real horrible. Came in there and started embarrassing them the first half.
Yep.
I will say it was an embarrassment.
It was.
And they had to scrounge back from 17 down to
fought and clawed to win by one.
By one.
But that's an eye-opener. That's almost like taking a loss almost.
That is an eye-opener, which means this is why I think Kansas City is focused.
Yeah.
I don't think I think when they usually take Mondays off, they're like, we're first thing Monday. Well, they played on Monday. But Tuesday, it's like first thing Tuesday, we're in there. We're watching film. We're going over every strategy. Andy Reid has been at it this whole week. I bet he's working.
Oh, he's been game planning this one since the season started.
I bet he is
private.
He's working today. Where the players have off today, I bet he is working today, make sure everything's playing. I bet he's on the phone with Mahomes,
no doubt,
and his offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams. Everyone, he is working his butt off. But don't hold it against Buffalo. I think Buffalo's doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
And I bet they pick tails when it comes to a coin flip. Tails never fails. No, I think this is going to be a great game. If a blowout happens, it's definitely by Buffalo.
Yeah.
And it'll be that the Chiefs make mistakes. That will be it.
Yeah.
But
both teams have made some mistakes this year, though. It's not like Buffalo's been perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think overall the Chiefs are awake. The Chiefs just got done with the rivalry
They woke.
game. They woke. They left side woke.
Chiefs woke.
No politics here. I'm taking Kansas City, but I'm only taking Kansas City by 6. I was like, I'm gonna give them a touchdown, and I think that's why we're gonna know for a fact who's the better team.
See, I have Butker back and winning the game with a field goal with 13 seconds left.
Ooh.
Let's see if Buffalo can do it. No, wouldn't that be funny?
I bet they could.
Butker, I bet they could too. I bet they could too.
I bet they could do it in one play.
But will they? You see how impossible that is? The Chiefs might do that 1 out of 30 tries.
Yeah, and it was funny because the 13 seconds thing that went from Dallas where they couldn't
do anything.
Couldn't spike the ball for 13 seconds to Mahomes
going
traveling
60 yards
like
or 40 yards,
57 yards or something to kick a field goal to go to overtime.
And
to the week after, it took Mahomes 13 seconds to throw an interception to ruin the game.
That's right.
So, it's gone full circle.
Yeah.
We're done with 13 seconds.
I'd rather have the interception or the game-winning field goal than to do what Dallas did, though.
Oh, right.
Because
right.
that's just embarrassing. That was Dak, too, wasn't it?
It was.
It's like, what in the hell, you guys? You got 13 seconds. You can't get one playoff?
Right.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's the game of the year, maybe. We'll see how it ends up. But
you want to do Sunday night game or you want to do Panic Not Panic?
Let's do the Sunday night game and then do Panic.
Okay. Because the Monday night game, I have a couple things I want to.
Yeah. So Sunday night game is Dallas at Philly. This will be another great game this weekend, I think.
I think this is actually division rivals.
Yeah.
Division game. I'm not gonna say rivals.
Well, but they literally hate each other.
They do.
Yeah.
And in Philly, Philadelphia is still hot.
They are.
But
this will be Philly's first chance to look at a good defense.
I think we talked about it this week.
Yeah.
And I want to say it so it's on record. I think Philadelphia has a chance of going undefeated.
Yeah.
After looking at their schedule, it is just like
if they can beat Dallas twice, there ain't no other losses.
I think Dallas is the only team on their schedule.
Yep.
As of right now, unless something changes.
Yeah.
That has a real chance.
Like if Jalen Hurts gets hurt.
That doesn't count.
Then
I'm not counting that.
Right. Just normal situation.
If they stay healthy.
Yeah.
We're looking at Philadelphia going 17-0, cruising into the playoffs and losing first round.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like if you're not proven to face like the big names, I think when you get to the playoffs, it's going to be ugly.
Right.
It's going to be just ugly. But kudos to them for going undefeated and for the first 17 games. If they can win tonight. I have Philadelphia, but I have Philadelphia literally beating them by 7 because I'm like, I can't see Dallas stopping Philadelphia.
I have Philly by 3 because I think they are going to give them some problems. But Philly's also got a good D, so Dallas is going to struggle too.
Now, do you think
But
that,
I haven't-
do you think Dallas's defense is going to do that, or do you think Micah Parsons is going to do that?
Well, that's true. That's
To
true.
be fair, they do have Trayvon Diggs, which, you know.
But if Micah Parsons is running around the field looking for Jalen Hurts is going to throw some picks or make some mistakes. Because he's got somebody, that's somebody different chasing you.
Yeah, that's a.
Because he's not a linebacker per se. He's fast.
He is fast.
And he's not that big, giant Aaron Donald guy. He's like a fast linebacker.
Yeah.
He could probably play wide receiver or tight end, honestly.
Let's just put him everywhere. Oh, CeeDee Lamb is on IR.
Saw that.
Added today.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. One of the two.
Yeah,
So,
even if Dak plays in this game, I don't know that matters necessarily. I still pick Philly by 3 just being at home, and they're good. I mean, they're just good. That's all there
I
is
think
to
they
it.
shouldn't start Dak. And I want them to give Cooper Rush the chance. I'm just saying. Not that I think.
Well, maybe they do start him, and then if it starts to look ugly, then maybe Dak comes in or something. But you can't let Philly get up by a lot either, though. You got to make your choice if you're the coach.
Well, McCarthy. Come on.
Well, but my point is Cooper Rush ain't going to make a comeback on somebody.
No, he's not.
And Dak can do that.
Dak can do that.
And that's
yes.
the difference.
But
for me, anyways.
That Dak was not named the starter this week, so.
Yeah.
But Cooper Rush hasn't been named the starter either.
Right.
So we gotta.
Did you say Philly by 6?
I said
Philly by 7?
7. I said
7.
A full score and extra point.
Okay. Okay, now we can do your game.
Let's do panic, not panic. We'll get through this pretty quick. Yeah, if it seems we're rushing, we are.
We're going a little bit faster today. We're still at an hour now, so we're about right.
Yeah. So panic, not panic. Probably the funnest thing for me to do with this is literally go through the standings, look at win-losses, look at the news, their injury reserves, everything like that. I have a bunch of teams this week that, honestly, almost every single one of them, I am slamming the button.
Yeah.
I think most of these teams are in trouble, or they've made so many mistakes that I don't know if they can come back from.
Right.
First one, Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they're done. I know they just won that game, but yeah, for me, Rivera's toast, and Wentz is done starting for me. He hurt his finger, so he might be done on his own terms. But yeah, I'm out on that team for sure.
Yeah, like when we picked on Thursday. That
I like Brian Robinson coming back in that story, but
yeah.
I got nothing for them.
It sucks to say, but I'm off it.
Yeah.
And I wish Washington the best of luck the rest of the season, but
they're gonna need luck.
You guys either need to change something or start rebuilding. It's like those are your choices at this point.
Yeah.
Like you don't have an offense, you don't have a defense, and your defensive guys are hurt. So
I'd be starting Sam Howell and seeing if he's any good.
yeah. This is one I didn't. I'm not panicking yet. Arizona.
No, not yet. I mean, I don't. They're not looking good yet, but they're not looking terrible.
Yeah, no. This is one of those. I picked this team mainly for the fact that I thought, they've had some rough games. Mistakes have happened. I don't think the coach is in trouble.
No.
They've won some games.
Yeah, they're still being productive.
Yeah.
But they're on that teeter side where it's like, okay, things haven't been going our way, so
sure.
What do we need to do?
Well, and if they lose to Seattle, like I picked, then then they're looking at a little bit more pressure.
I
think they need to stay about 500 until they get.
Well, they're 2 and
Hopkins
they're
back.
they're doing 2 and 3 right now.
Because when they get Hopkins back, that changes things for Kyler.
Oh,
a lot,
having
he doesn't really have.
Having Hollywood and Hopkins.
He's throwing to Hollywood like they're throwing to Cooper Kupp in L.A. And it's like, everyone knows what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now they do have Kyler can run, which Stafford can't, so that's different. But
well, I mean, Stafford could run.
Kyler doesn't even look fast anymore.
He looks.
He's quick.
He looks kid fast.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't look adult fast.
He doesn't have that killer speed.
Yeah.
He used to look a little bit like Lamar when he ran. Like,
well,
he was a jet.
He used to look like Russell Wilson. When Russell Wilson moved.
Right. When he was good.
So, yeah. And now he doesn't. So.
Now Russell Wilson runs about like me.
He doesn't.
No, I wouldn't be that mean to him.
Panic not panic, Detroit.
Well, I mean, it definitely panic, but they don't have the pieces, so.
Like they don't.
But they're already doing their rebuild, with St. Brown and Swift and some of these guys.
Yeah.
They just need to continue to add more talent.
Yeah, see, this is
so
one of
I
those
guess
things.
Panic, yes, for this year.
Yeah.
But they're already panicked and they're already rebuilding.
Yeah, they've already won.
Right.
My big thing for them, I spelled Detroit wrong. My big thing
Did
for.
you spell it duh?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Trout.
Detroit.
No, I know that they're rebuilding, and their offense at this point looks good. I think they're gonna. Their draft is gonna be all defense.
They need
and
all
they'll
defense.
pick up veterans
sign
and
some guys,
get some. But the panic button has been pressed for a couple weeks,
of course,
in my opinion,
yeah.
and but
they're on a bye this week.
They're on a bye this week, and they're
so
only.
They're not going to lose this week.
No, they won't. Mark that down.
They're also not getting me any fantasy points this week.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
They've been a fantasy football charmer this year.
Yeah, if you're playing against them.
I've been happy I scored Goff and St. Brown and Swift in certain leagues. I'm like, oh my goodness, easy points.
You got a lot of points until
then,
they don't play.
And then accidentally scored Geno too, and it's like, wow, what's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, I think Detroit already knows what they're doing, and
yeah,
it's just it's gonna be another year or two, and then we'll see a different Detroit Lions team. Panic not panic. Chicago Bears.
I don't see anything good about them. I don't know how you couldn't panic.
I think
I don't see any good young talent. I don't see anything. Fields doesn't have any weapons, and he himself doesn't look good. Whether that's because of his weapons or because of him, I don't know. But
I think
they don't have anything to offer. So.
I think after Thursday's game, it's
Yeah,
full-fledged panic.
no, they need to.
Button slammed. You got.
I don't know if they got young kids that just aren't playing good, or if they just missed on some draft picks, or
if
what.
If you got guys on the sideline you're questioning, now's the time to play them, because find that out. Find out right now if they're good or not, because
they're gross.
you're downhill right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the upside does not look anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, panic not panic. Carolina Panthers. They were on last week.
The panic happened already.
Well, now
it's time to go through the rebuild.
It is. They better go into full rebuild mode.
Garage sale in Carolina.
The coach gone. Team lost.
And then they'll hire a new coach at the end of the year.
Yeah, they have an interim coach, which I don't even know who they. I read it today, and I was like, I don't even know who this guy is.
He's just
He was already on their team.
Offensive coordinator or something like that.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They
also fired their D coordinator.
They did. So they're just, not Carolina full panic, but
They're
you know,
done.
you're done. You're done for the season.
Yeah, what?
Just start signing away guys and get your picks. Get what you can. I got Jacksonville Jaguars. Panic, not panic.
Nah, I'm not doing that yet.
You don't think panic yet?
Well, 2 weeks ago they looked good. They had one bad game. I can't just look at one bad game.
No. Well, they're
If they crap their pants at Indianapolis, then I'll be thinking about it a little harder. But
they're 2-3.
yeah,
They've only won 2.
That's not bad though. to
And
me.
it's early season. It's not bad.
One of them
I'm
was a
also not
stinker.
panic. I'm also not panic. I think they have a lot to work with,
Sure.
and I think it comes to a point where they just
They got to figure it out.
I think
got to keep getting better and figure it out.
they got to. Christian Kirk, man, he's your number one. You better start using him like he's your number one.
That was a mistake.
I know it's a mistake.
Everybody knew that when
We
they
knew
did
that
it.
when they signed it. But if that is your number one, and if Jacksonville's going for that,
Yeah.
you use him like your number one.
Right.
Expect more of him. Like he's just Sorry.
No doubt.
I wrote down this team before I knew what happened today. I had down panic, not panic, Miami.
Oh no.
Just because of the abundance of injuries that they've had.
Sure.
Down all the way down to their third string quarterback now. Not that they I think there's a little bit of panic in there, but I think now that Tua is off protocol and Teddy is might be available for tomorrow, I think that panic is a little bit off now.
I think Miami starts winning again as soon as Tua comes back. I mean, maybe not week 1. Maybe he needs a week to be rusty or something. I don't know. But I think they fully start winning again.
Oh, yeah.
They're not world beaters. I don't think they're going to beat a lot of the really good teams.
No.
Like, I don't think what their schedule looks like. But, I wouldn't be concerned about them against most of the middle of the road and lower end teams.
Right.
Yeah, they're definitely in the
There's
lower upper class.
They're still good, and when Tua gets back, I think it all turns back around.
Yeah.
But I'm just I was only thinking about without the news of Tua. I'd read that's why it's on a different page, but I had panic not panic written down because if you're down your top 2 quarterbacks, that's kind of one of those. We have to get a whole new game plan for Skylar Thompson because that's not going to be.
Well, if Miami loses to Minnesota, then it's like, okay, we know that they are just not good without their quarterback.
Yeah.
If Teddy can't do it or Skylar can't do it, it's like, oh boy.
And this will probably be the last
They're
week
tough.
I put this team on Panic Knock Panic.
Mhm.
They've been on almost every single time that we've talked about it. Denver Broncos.
Dude,
I mean,
they're done. They're
they're-
terrible. Lost their only good player. Well, that's not true. I like 2 of their wide receivers, but they're good running back. Russell Wilson is crap at this point.
Do you
And
think he's actually crap,
I
or
do.
do you think he's just bad because he's not mobile anymore?
he doesn't throw good? His throws are off. Like, he's not even accurate. He doesn't make that good of throws either.
See, I think his passes are still pretty accurate, but I think he's
Definitely having trouble with the deep ball.
he's trying to be a pocket passer when
And
his biggest weapon was to have that threat of run.
he's also working with a hurt shoulder right now too, which maybe that's a piece of this puzzle, and he didn't want to talk about it.
We'll definitely see this week.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like,
Because he's gonna have to throw and get chased a lot.
Yeah.
So if Russell Wilson's healthy after this week, I'll be surprised.
yeah.
I could see him being on the IR after this week.
And that goes to our Monday night game.
Monday night.
Just falls right into
We're
it.
good at these segues.
Uh,
Last one. So Denver at LA Chargers.
There's not a lot
this
to talk about.
This wasn't
though.
hard for me at all. Denver's only mildly decent at home. The Chargers are not as good as they have been in the past, but they're starting to play better.
Right. Like, they started off the season pretty hot.
Yeah.
But then they got injured, or Herbert got injured. And now
they definitely are looking like the second best team thus
Yeah.
far in the AFC West.
Right.
And I think that's about where we had them ranked when we
Yep,
talked about it
we
before. We had them and the Raiders being a little closer than current situation. But we had Denver at last.
And it's
And
looking that's where it's going to end
I fully
up.
expect the Raiders and Denver to
Yeah.
flip-flop.
That's where it'll end up.
But yeah, I picked the Chargers by 6. They're favored by 6.5. You know, I just don't.
I gave Chargers a full 7.
Yeah.
It's like
They could win this by 14.
they could,
You know what I mean?
but this is just one that I think a full 7 will do it. It's there's not a whole lot difference between 6 and 7, but
No, I was just thinking a couple field goals was my thinking on
Yeah.
that. I didn't think a touchdown and they missed an extra point.
yeah, no, of course not.
The only reason I kept it a little low is because Denver does have a good defense.
Yeah.
And I respect that. That you can't take away their D.
No,
Like, they
can't.
have a good D.
They do have a good defense, but
They're not fun to play.
if the Chargers D that we expect to shows up, it's not going to look good
Right.
either. So
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what it looks like when Joey Bosa hits Russell Wilson.
well, Joey Bosa's not there.
Or not,
Khalil Mack,
Khalil Mack, yes. The one that's not hurt.
the one that's not hurt. Yeah.
But Khalil Mack hasn't exactly been getting anybody lately, so
Well,
hopefully
this
he
is
does
the
it
week.
today.
This is what we see. See helmets flying,
Yeah.
roughing the passer,
If anybody
and
can,
he's gonna go, "I'm doing it again."
if anybody can hurt somebody, it's Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
He's nasty, but he does have bad weeks.
he
He's
does.
not consistent anymore.
Well, everybody has bad weeks, but he's
I've noticed him not being consistent the last couple years.
he was really good, and then it dropped off, and he came back, and then it just started to drop off
Yeah.
again. And I don't think he's.
Maybe he's not fully healthy. Or
I don't know.
he's getting old, or I don't know.
He's there.
Losing
That's
a
what we
little-
can say is he
Well,
is.
I know he's probably
there.
double teamed a lot since Bosa got hurt.
Oh, now they double team him probably
Right,
every
which
play.
which makes it almost impossible for one of those guys.
You got to
do
get
it.
that extra man up there.
Yeah.
You got to give him an option.
Yep. It's going to be there's a lot of tight games this weekend.
Yeah.
2 or 3 easy ones, and the rest were very difficult selections to pick. So,
Yep.
we're either going to be 12 wins, 12 correct picks, or we're going to be like 4 correct picks.
Yeah, there's no in between. But the best we can do is tie. So
Yeah, that's right.
or the best you can do is tie.
I need Seahawks to win big time now.
That's crazy without us talking about it.
I know it.
This is
that
where
happened right
this-
here. You showed me that, and I'm like, get out of here. Because for a second, I thought we were exactly the same.
Oh, that would have been.
And I'm like, no, I'm changing a pick.
Well, we can't be exactly the same because Washington.
That's what I mean. Like, I can't win. I was going to change a pick. Because what's the point of doing it? If I can't beat you,
Well, you can't beat me anymore.
I can tie you.
You can tie me.
I'll take a tie.
But that's not a win.
It's not.
That's not what the Washington
But
did
it's
on
not a
Thursday.
loss.
It's not a lot.
It's not a loss.
Touche. Touche, you win that one. But hey, we did rush this episode a little bit faster than usual. We're usually,
Got to go get my children.
Yeah, we're usually about 1:30 to 1:45 to 2 hours, somewhere in there. But hey, thank you again for watching. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to put anything down in the comments for us
Please.
to do. I have been reading your comments. We have been getting comments. And
I need to go check.
And I want to thank you guys so much for those. I know that you guys want me to remind you at the beginning of the show to write down things in the comments, and I always forget until the end of the show. So I will try better from now on to tell you guys to hit the like button and the subscribe button down below and comment what you want to see us do and talk about fight games and, things like that.
We'll fight with you, too.
We'll fight with you guys, too. I want to know what America's pick is. And again, thank you again to Dubby for sponsoring our podcast. I very much appreciate it. It is amazing. Big news on that. It finally got unfroze from Hurricane Ian. I have the tracking. It is on its way.
We're going to have to taste it.
It should be here before our next stream. Should be here before the next stream on Tuesday. So, but thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the follow, subs, tips, bits, everything. You guys are amazing. I love your faces. And I will see you guys Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Deuces.
Linebackers, underneath they go, and it's caught by Uzama. 29-yard line after the punt. It is 1st and 10. Gaskin dodging defenders, getting a block from Hill. Craycraft on the move. Thompson's got the ball. Here they come, and there he goes with a wobbly pass. It's picked off! And that's the first interception by Gardner. Good quick change. 2nd down, 12, blocked by Carter. That gives the quarterback time. There's the great move. Boy, he's tough to bring down. Keyshawn was number 1 overall. Wilson number 10. It is 1st and 10. Brees Hall. Oh, there was a great block thrown in there. 2nd down and 3. It's Hall.